Today I would like to talk about network. When you hear a word network, the first thing that would come into your mind is the word internet, right? So what's in for internet? Well, internet is what we use to connect with others. For example, as you can see on the screen, no boundaries. That's the word implies. When we use internet wherever you in the world, you have a way to connect. For example, um, text, messenger, chat, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all those social media apps, which helps you to connect with others. Um, there's also a map, which use internet for you to locate yourself and go somewhere you want to go. Network support the way we learn. Um, Nowadays, you don't have to go to school just to learn something. You open your device, your end devices, click, then go to a virtual classroom, um, and then that's all. You don't have to go to school. All you have to do, all you have, all you need is internet for you to connect into a um, classroom, which you could stay at your home. Uh, the classroom is made up of also a teacher. It's like a one-on-one, but on a teacher's perspective, it's one-to-many. For you, you're the only one in the room. Well, you may have a company in the room, but in most cases, it's individual. Now, you could talk to your teacher using a webcam and learn through it. Network support the way we communicate, just like this. Using internet, you could see me. You could know. Yes, we could communicate to each other in a sense, but not in real time. So, what's the use of internet in communication? Two-time um, internet innovated the way we communicate. In the time of our parents, my parent, their childhood time, they don't have internet. What they use is Telegram. They write what they want to convey. Not like nowadays that you could just open your phone, click on what you want to do, and then send, right? Communication is composed of many different factors or parts. For example, is texting. You could use that. Um, Social media apps, through the use of blogging, etc. Okay, in this slide, I would like to talk about the summary of chapter 1 in NetAcad. Right. When we say internet, there's always a network, right? And that network comes in many sizes. For example, me, I'm at home. I'm using a home network devices. And when it comes to larger scale, there is a small home and a home office. Also the medium to large networks and worldwide networks, which is the world. The medium to large network is composed of office and companies. Um, I've also, well, what I'm explaining to you is what I've learned so far in chapter 1. And one of those is the client and server, which the server is the one who gives information to the clients. File client and server. The file client and server and user files in the central location. The client device access these files with the client software such as Windows Explorer. That's, for example, I just read that. Also, the word P2P or peer-to-peer, which client and server usually runs in separate software. But in this case, the client and server runs in a single device. Also wait, excuse me. And there's also the end devices, which is used by end users. End devices is composed of things that you use to use internet. For example, a laptop, a cell phone, a mobile devices, a desktop, just like that, etc. And the end user that I mentioned is as the one who used the end devices. Now, the intermediary devices is, uh, is the tool that help us connect to the internet. One end devices, one end device could connect to one intermediary network device, while many end devices could connect. No, one intermediary network device could allow to connect many end devices. Example of those are the wireless router, multi-layer switch, router, firewall appliance, and LAN switch. Next is the network media. No, there are different types for network media. For example, while your intermediary devices use cable, glass, or wireless transmission. And there's also the types of network, which is composed of LAN, WAN, MAN, WLAN, WLAN, and SAN. Now, what is LAN? LAN is a local area network, a network infrastructure that provides access to user and end device in a small geographic area. WAN is a wireless area network, same meaning, but this one supports a large or wide geographical area. Metropolitan Area Network or MAN, a network infrastructure that spans a physical area larger than land but smaller than one in the middle. And wireless LAN, LAN similar to LAN but wirelessly interconnects users. Now, storage area network, a network infrastructure designed to support file server and provide data storage, retrieval, and replication. Now, let's not pursue that matter and go to the next one. Now, the internet. The internet is composed of three layers: the extranet, intranet, the extranet, and the internet. The internet is open for everyone, while extranet is only eligible for suppliers, customers, collaborators of a certain company. Now, what intranet is? The company itself, a network that the company only could access. Well, there's also this app called a software that's called Packet Tracer that helps you on your CCNA or Cisco Certified Network Associate. This app is a fun take-home flexible software program which allows you to experiment in network behavior. Now, I've also learned that in network there is a network architecture. So what this network architecture do? Well, not do. Network architecture is composed of four. Number one is fault tolerance, scalability, quality of service, and security. Now let's go to number one, which is the fault tolerance. I will not give you the meaning, but I shall give you the example. Example of this fault tolerance is once you browse in the internet, there is some point that the internet would stop loading and then reconnect to its server. Number two is the scalability, which is the ability of the network to expand for the new users without interrupting the current user. No. The next one is the security. No, the quality of service. I can give you the meaning, but I could give you the example. Example of quality of service is when you quality of service. It prioritizes the more important web or thing to do. For example, you're streaming and that you have two things that you do. Number one is streaming. Number one two is just browsing. Now, most of your internet connection prioritize your streaming because you need a lot of data for you to stream and for your video to load live, right? While on the other hand, there's a bit of lack of connection in your browse because most of your like I said, most of your connection goes into your stream. And the last one is the security for security reasons, right? Security. When we heard security, what comes into your mind is log in. Yes, log in. When you log in, there's confidentiality of your personal username and password, right? Why do we have security? Well, of course, security threats like viruses. Yes, an example of those security threats that could threaten your laptop, your private information, or whatsoever that could use an attack to you, the user. One of these is the viruses, worms, and Trojan horses, spyware, adware, zero-day attacks, also called zero attacks, hacker attacks, identity theft, which is common for those who have high ranks or political wives. Well, if you have a security threat, you have a security solution. One of the solution is the antivirus and anti-spyware. Anti. So it means it deals with the viruses, not all, but most of it, because some antiviruses cannot handle most of your viruses. And firewall filtering, there's also firewall filtering, the firewall that prevents malicious software from entering your device. That's all. Now, that's all that I've learned so far in chapter 1. So if you have any remarks, changes, violent reaction, just comment below. Now, also, thank you for watching and see you in next my blog. See you on my next blog.